back to another episode of Corvettes 918. I want to thank you for hitting that play button today. If this is your very first time stopping by the channel, my name is Chuck, and on this channel I pretty much deal with everything Corvettes, whether I'm out with my Corvette club, going on different events, cruises, also going to different car shows. So if you like cars in general, then this is going to be a channel that you definitely want to make sure you hit the subscribe button to, and the bell notification button next to that. That way you're notified each and every time I'm putting out a video. Well, today's video, I'm going to be going over how I keep my engine base clean on my Corvettes. Now this is my wife's 2017 Grand Sport Collector's Edition. I also have a 2019 ZR1, and before that I had a Z06. Now, when it comes to the engine bays, if you'll, just maintain them, they'll look nice all the time. But I'm going to be showing you a product today that I think really takes the engine bay to the next level once you've actually got it cleaned. Now, with today's cars, you don't have to worry about water. People have always said in the past, you can't get your engine bay wet, you're going to short something out. The only thing that I would recommend is if you have a cold air intake that's open, that you do put a bag over that. Grand Sport here, this one is enclosed, so don't have to worry about that. These newer cars nowadays, everything is totally sealed up, so you don't have to worry about again, getting something wet that shouldn't. In particular, my wife's car only has about 1,700 miles on it, but it is filthy because we did buy it. It was about a year old. It had set on a car lot before I got it from my good friend Rick Corvette Conti. If you are in the marketplace for a Corvette, I always highly recommend him or another really good gentleman that I've struck up a relationship with, and that is Mike Furman with Chris Wall Chevrolet. But each one of both of those guys, if you definitely want to get a Corvette and maybe spec one out and have it, they can ship it right to your door. You can see in this car we've got all kinds of dirt, sand, all kinds of stuff going on here. And some of that is my wife was out with me and took a turn, and she went a little bit wide, and it just flung up everything that was possibly in there. Clean, it's very simple to do. If you've got a power washer, of course I use the Kranzel 1122 TST, which is just amazing. See, when you turn this on, when you turn it off, it shuts right off. On, off, and we're talking about 1200 psi, perfect for washing cars. I've got a 40 degree nozzle here, and then I've also got mine is working through the CR Spotless, because when you do this, it's better off to be using deionized water, just simply because when it dries you won't have to worry about any spotting or anything like that. So what I'm going to do is just spray it off. And then, again, I highly recommend you do this when the engine isn't hot. It's been parked in here. I just pulled it out to go over this demonstration. You also want to do this before you wash the car. You wouldn't want to, of course, wash your whole entire car and then want to tackle the engine bay and then get stuff all over the place. So do the engine bay first before you're going to wash the rest of the car. That pretty much all the sand, everything is, just kind of go through, spot check, make sure you've got everything. Everything looks to be nice and washed. Okay. So that's what I'll do there. Then I will take Meguiar's Hyper Dressing, and the Meguiar's Hyper Dressing, you can buy it in a gallon. I'll have it linked below. Now you can dilute this a couple of different ways depending on how glossy you want your engine bay to be. I like mine really glossy, so I do mine 1:1. If you want more of a matte finish, then maybe do like a 1:4. Basically all you're going to do is just take this stuff at this point, and you're just going to mist it all over the engine bay. And as you can see, you're just going to spray it all in here. What's also nice about the engine bay being wet is it's going to help this stuff just self-level. Then all you're going to do from this point is just shut the hood. And you're pretty much, that's it. Go ahead and wash the entire car. Now that process I'm not going to film because I've already done that in the past. If you'd like to see how I use the Krenzel and the CR Spotless, as well as all the equipment that I use to wash my car, the Master Blaster, if you'll go down in the description, the very first 2 links that you'll see there will be me doing that. I'll even leave a link right here if you want to go watch that, a series that I did on washing the cars. But we'll come back here in just a moment and we'll open this hood and allow you guys to see what this amazing product by Meguiar's, the hyper dressing, what it does to the engine bay once it self-levels and kind of dries off. So now the car is totally clean, ready to go. She's looking as beautiful as ever. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually pop this hood, and we're going to be popping it together. So I haven't even opened it since I washed it. Now, one thing I am going to tell you is, because it's only been maybe 45 minutes, it really hasn't settled in all the areas, so we're going to still see some of that on there. But I'm going to show you how, if you were wanting to go ahead and just finish it all off, if you happen to have a Master Blaster or some type of, blower that isn't gas, an electric blower, I want to show you how you can blow it. Again, that stuff is really self-leveling. The best results that you'll get is if you can spray it. If you can spray it on there, shut the hood and leave it alone, for a good 24 hours, you'll open it up and it's just going to look, you'll see some areas that will look totally finished, and that's what the whole engine bay would look like if it was allowed to sit there and just kind of level off. So I'm going to open this up. I've got the GoPro here so that we can see kind of the details of it, and then I'm going to take the Master Blaster, and then any that's still sitting there, I'm going to blow that off or blow it around. Now, again, this isn't something I've come up with myself. If you happen to watch Matt with Obsessed Garage, I do get a lot of my stuff from him, not only my cleaning products and a lot of the different techniques that he uses, but him and Todd with Esoteric. Those are great channels to follow. Now, Matt, he's a one-of-a-kind kind of guy that he's obsessed with about everything. So no matter what he's doing, he's obsessed about doing it. And, he can make YouTube videos that are 45 minutes long. But if you like to just veg out watching someone talk about cleaning products for cars, he's got a great store. Now, his products are not the cheapest out there, but what I like about his stuff is that, he's really went all out in thinking the process through, and he only uses great products. So if you're looking for a cheap product or something like that, he usually doesn't carry a whole lot of cheap stuff, but he carries quality stuff. But also Todd with Esoteric, I've learned a lot from him, and just communicating with him back and forth through text messaging and emailing and different things like that. He's the one that, if you watched my series on coating the car with the Gion Mose Q2, I got all of that from him. His products are great. I know many of you have watched those videos and applied the ceramic coating to your car. So again, those are great channels. So enough of me gabbing, because I can sit here and gab forever. But so I'm going to open this up, and then we're going to take a look at it here. Okay, get the GoPro fired up here. So as you can see, I haven't opened it. We got water that's dripping off down there. But this is a prime example right here. Look at this. See how that right there, that finish is just, again, if it was allowed to do everything that it needs to do, you'll get this really nice gloss finish on here, all the way through there, all your hoses and your lines and all that kind of stuff right there. I need to wipe this off, because that's kind of, if you get, that was another thing I was going to say earlier, is if you do have some areas that have some grime on it, something like that, typically I will use a degreaser. I use Chemical Guys degreaser, and I'll usually hit some of those areas that are, if they've got some grease on it. So if you happen to have a engine bay that's pretty nasty and needs more cleaning than just washing it off with some water, then that's hit everything there. But I'm going to grab the Master Blaster here real quick. So I'm going to finish, since I blew all that out, got some of it on the front of the car, I'm going to finish blowing that out. Again, I'm going to shut this, just allow the rest of this to dry. Again, I said before, you know, I recommend using deionized water. I mean, you can use regular water if you don't have a CR Spotless or something like that. It's just whenever this does dry, I'm not going to have to worry about any type of spotting on the very, very end. I will come back out and show you the exact results. Matter of fact, I'll just show that to you now. Okay, it's been sitting here overnight, and again, as you can see, you get a really nice, clean, glossy sheen to the engine bay. Again, you don't have to, if you don't want a real glossy, you want more of a matte, again, just dilute it to 1:4. If you want a really nice shiny look, then you'll want to do 1:1. Hour of YouTube, we're back here, and as you saw, the engine bay just looks totally amazing. And again, there's not a whole lot of no scrubbing or anything like that you need to do. Guys, I hope you enjoy the rest of your week. This is airing on Thursday night. You guys are seeing this Thursday night, and this Saturday I'm gonna be doing a meetup. All the information is linked below. If you happen to be, near the Kansas City area, we're gonna be in Shawnee, Kansas, which is like 18 miles outside of Kansas City. We're gonna be meeting at the designated area down in the description between 12 and or between 11:30 12:30. We're going to be having lunch, and then Chris, who is a member of Corvettes 918 and has a C6 Corvette as well as a C4 ZR1, is going to be there with some of his buddies, and then some other people that have contacted me. A Corvette club there in Kansas City said that they're going to be having some people come out. But again, we're going to have lunch, and then we're going to go on a cruise that he's set up for us. It's about an hour and a half or so cruise. He sent me the route. It looks like it's going to be a great time. But guys, until I see you at the next video, I hope each and every one of you have a blessed rest of your week. Now, let's check out some of your beautiful cars.
I was too young, and I didn't understand that you were the one, and I can't wait to see you hindsight is fleeting when your heart's bleeding and all you can see is red, till you discover it is within each other to forgive and make amends. If I had known then what I know now, I wouldn't have said what I said. I took the long road, thought I'd be better on my own. Sometimes what's right is wrong instead, 'cause I